Hello everyone, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another Duel Links video. Before I destroy Yuri again, I'm going to go see if I've got enough resources. Okay, hold on a second. Apparently, Dude, do I really have to go in there and Dude, you're not even... You're just... Alright. Fine. I'll go up there and finish you off. I cannot believe you're making me do this. I am so petty right now. Also, maybe I should go into ranked and take a break. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying this like I'm not going to go into ranked and start trying to get back into legend soon. Considering what day of the month it is. I'm not even at Platinum 4. I'm at Platinum 2. I haven't been trying very hard though. I mean, I could be trying harder, but I just don't feel like it. I've been doing some things. Some very obsessive things. You know, because I've got an obsessive personality. I'm sure no one has noticed. I still cannot believe you made me do this, Yuri. What the fuck? Okay, alright. I'll be fair, okay? I don't think that I'll use all of this currency. I mean, I probably don't even have to do anything. I'll probably have extra. But, I mean, that doesn't mean I like when you live. You're supposed to lose. That's what you are supposed to do as the raid boss. You're supposed to lose. But Spectre didn't get that message either. He just got on my nerves. Your rerun and his rerun are similar, except I think I'm more pissed during this one. The Spectre was a different story. I was pissed, but then some of that ran out. But this time I'm pissed, and I'm probably going to stay pissed until maintenance. I'm going to be pissed until the next raid boss shows up. Trust me. Also, who is going to be the next raid boss? Because I'm not sure. Vector might be a gate event. I don't want Vector to be a gate event. I want him to be a raid boss so I can kick his ass over and over as a raid boss. But Vector might be a gate event. Do not be one. Dear God. He doesn't really care what I have to say anyway. I know it's obvious. Not even for the reasons you think it's obvious either. And there are plenty of people that will state the obvious. You really don't have to. We get it. Okay. Can we just appreciate... No. Just... No. The duel's over. Just accept defeat. I'm attacking you again. And dear God, this duel was a disaster, and you ruined everything. It must be the story of your life. You may not know what being a loser feels like, but you definitely know what being a disaster is like, right? No? Well, you do think you're perfect, apparently, and I disagree. And, yeah, I actually do like Yuri, but, you know, I can't act like I like everyone. Oh, you spawned at a very high level. I appreciate that. But I still have to kick your ass because that is what mood I'm in. When you show up as a raid boss, you have to do what raid bosses do. That's why I take you down over and over and over again. Well, that's what I've been doing for pretty much the entire time I've been playing this game. Just taking down the same people over and over and over and over. Every event. And sometimes in ranked too. Especially in ranked. especially if her name is Seto Kaiba for some reason. I'm not even sure how he has the time for this. If I was running a company, I would not have time for even a few minutes against some random duelist. I would not have that much time to spare, ever. I have no idea where he finds that kind of time. But okay, sure. Yes, I will keep making this joke. The joke that he just always has so much time to spare. Because he just shows up so often. You had a few minutes to spare 5 minutes ago, Kaiba, and you just randomly came back? How did you get 5 more minutes? Seriously. I've also been having a lot of mirror matches lately, which hasn't really helped me feel like doing anything. You know, I could change decks. I could play anything else. But have I been practicing with anything else? No, not really. And I don't really feel like editing any decks, honestly. I mean, I don't know if I've got any decks that are that great. Because I'm just always using the same one over and over. So I haven't really practiced with any other ones. Although I do use the same deck in ranked, I use the same deck in... Hold on. What is going on with me? What is going on with me? What is my deal? I cannot even begin to tell you. I cannot begin to tell you because I just don't know. Anyway. I use the same deck against raid bosses too, apparently. Although that will change once the first raid boss for Rustles exists. Whoever that will be. That might be the next raid boss, actually. The next raid boss might be for Rust. I don't even know who I would play as. I'd probably pick Nail. I'm not sure if he'd be good for a raid boss. I don't even know how raid bosses would work in Rust. But Konami can figure it out, I'm sure. They can figure out a lot of shit. This is their game. Oh god. Okay. Well, let's hope he doesn't destroy me again. Hold on. Yeah, I probably made that more complicated than it had to be. More complicated than it had to be, indeed. That's what I do all the time. I just make everything convoluted. This game doesn't need me to make it worse. But I could make it worse. The worst part is how true that is. Dude, the game is bad enough. We don't need me going anywhere near it. Okay. Oh god. Guys, give me a second. Oh my god, Yuri, I saw that! Hold on! Oh my god! Screw you. Yuri, you really like pissing me off, don't you? You love pissing me off. I'm not even done yet. I'm responding to a text. I don't even know what time I'm... Hold on. Alright, I'm not going to just... I'll get back later, I just wanted to respond for a second, but I'm going to send additional information after I'm done recording this video. It's just right now, I'm kind of in the middle of something, but I wanted to respond. And then I'm thinking about it and I'm just like, oh god. I'm gonna be, you know... I don't even know what time I'm going to get up on Thursday. On Thursday, I want to go to the grocery store, but I don't know what time to get up, and... something just... I don't know, there's a bit of a conflict here. But it's like, do I want to go to the store or not, basically? And I do want to go to the store, so I might have to get up super early for that. You know, because I'm gonna be freaking hungry on Thursday, I might as well. Might as well be as early as possible, really. Now, I'm not hungry right now, because I had something to eat recently enough. But, I mean... Okay, I am not impressed with how this bill is going. I think that text just threw me off. Honestly, that's exactly what happens when the wrong person gets involved. I just don't like when there's a bit of a conflict between me and another person in particular. It's not that this person is particularly at fault, although I might have to reread that text again, but in any case, it's just a me problem, honestly. And I'm gonna have to just deal with that. I know. I'm not really going to... Really? I don't think you need to fusion someone again. No. The duel is almost over anyway. And I'm just pissed. Not even for good reasons. Dude, I just get super stressed when one person... Maybe I should go back to discussing politics. Yeah, that's less stressful than this. Yeah, do I really want to hold myself to that? I don't know if I do. Well, at least the president isn't, well, his plans are not going to clash with mine in quite the same way. Fortunately. Fortunately, I'm glad I'm nowhere near him. Though I'm disgusted to be in the same country that he's in, but, I hope that's a temporary problem. What do I mean by I hope that's a temporary problem? He's in his late 70s. Dude, even if he does manage to get rid of the restriction on how many presidential terms he can have, he's in his late 70s. He may not even live long enough for a third election. I don't even know why he's not thinking about that. Alright, he doesn't want to go to prison. He doesn't want to go to prison. Well, maybe he should have thought of that before he decided to commit crimes. He's committing more crimes. And Elon Musk just destroyed investigations into his crimes by committing more crimes. Elon Musk, your crimes are now more public than your other crimes. Your other crimes were being investigated, and now Elon Musk has more public crimes that we all know about. Dude, what the hell? Now we don't need to investigate your other ones. Because you've just got so many new ones, and they're piling up by the day. And he's rich. Did I mention he's rich? I kind of want to see him go bankrupt. Imagine being the richest person on the planet and then suddenly you're in debt. I really don't think that's happening, but I mean, it could. It could, but I'm not sure if I see it. I mean, Elon Musk isn't really that dead. I mean, considering the president's age, I'm just like, yeah, Elon Musk has some years left. I don't know if I see him going into bankruptcy. But I'm still thinking, president, regardless of whether or not I respect the fucker, which I don't, he's still in his late 70s. Though, if we're still taking our bet on who can survive a second term, my bet was still on Trump as opposed to Biden, but that's neither here nor there. I don't think that Trump is necessarily going to make it to a third term. Sure, he might be able to get that he might be able to get that limitation removed, but at best, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to take advantage of it. Vance might, though. I'm not sure. I don't really want Vance as president either. So I'm not even sure if I want Trump to just be gone. Because I heard that Vance is worse. And you guys might be like, you are going to stop talking about politics. Yeah, I was going to start talking about politics until something else happened, and I was like, maybe politics would be less stressful compared to this. At least for now. Honestly, this entire video could just age poorly. Probably just as poorly as other videos I've made. Like that video where I was hoping that Trump wouldn't win. Okay, so my mom might be able to take me to the store in the evening, but she's not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get up early on Thursday, which I'm gonna hate. But I mean, I had to work around people's schedules if I want them to take me places, you know? That's just a problem that I have to deal with. Because I can't drive. Well, technically I can, but it's illegal. It's illegal for me to drive, and it should be. That's why I'm not getting a license. I think it should stay illegal. I just wish there was more accessible public transportation here. But we've got bigger problems to worry about right now than my request for public transportation in my area. Like, for example, making sure the country is able to actually stay as the country. Yeah, you know, I miss the days when I could just not be flipping my shit over simple shit. You know, when I didn't have to worry about being censored in my own home. Although, that might actually end up becoming a larger issue, considering what's going on politically, but for now, it's not a government issue. And this game is still my outlet, even if I have been slacking a bit. Imagine, I'm not very in character, but I still slack off enough. Actually, who's in Jack's world? I don't remember. What do I mean I don't remember? I haven't checked. I don't know who's in there. I don't know who left the gate there. That's why I'm asking. I was gonna check and then I forgot because Yuri showed up. Oh yeah, you made me forget Yuri. I see. Probably someone generic, honestly. It might be Jaden. Yes, because the mirror matches are glorious. Okay. It's not Jaden, it's Chaz. Alright, well. Hmm. There's... okay, which episode are you from, Chaz? I would just like to ask you why you think that you cannot be defeated by someone in Cypher Red when you are wearing your Cypher Red attire. You didn't switch to wearing that until you left Duel Academy, and then you came back wearing that, and then you ended up in Cypher Red because of your decision to leave. If you didn't decide to leave, you wouldn't have been in Cypher Red ever. Although he did leave in Season 4, I believe. But, I mean, still, that's not... whatever. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, I sure as hell don't. Anyway... dude, just stop. Do not summon that! I hate those cards. I don't even like Mystic Tomato. And that card's cursed. Oh my god. Yeah, imagine a tomato that terrifying. Well, the tomato itself isn't really that bad. It's just, I don't like when it special summons itself over and over. Haven't even done my daily ranked duels. I don't feel like it. I'm just gonna end up in a billion mirror matches. Okay, I need to destroy Bandit Keith for being a stereotype. You're a fucking stereotype. Get wrecked. Okay, I'm not even sure if I'm going to win. I mean, for one thing, I probably should update Mokuba's deck. On the other hand, I already did, and I'm tired. I don't want to edit decks. I don't want to do that. I already had to update a bunch of decks recently because of my deck getting nerfed. Okay, sure. Wait. What the hell was I on? What did I think that monster was? I'm not gonna answer that. I don't want to answer that. I probably made a monster up in my head. And because there are a bunch of monsters that can be in my head. I make up things all the time, apparently. Can I just summon something else? Okay, thank God. Okay, I'm destroying things left and right. You need to go back to the dungeon. You need to go back to the dungeon. Back to the dungeon. This weird side plot is kind of stupid because there's no known ends to it. Honestly, it's stupid. I'm just being petty right now, honestly. He didn't really do anything. Although there was that one time he pointed a gun at Bandit Keith. What did I just say? Bandit Keith pointed a gun at Pegasus? What the... Okay, hold on. Guys, that's going to try things up for this video. I think I'm done being cursed for now. I will be right back after I've had time to elaborate on my further texting issues. The texting issue in question being that I hate texting, but I still have to do it anyway. So be right back.